Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% truth, helping to wake up and to seal the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh. And salutation to you, Akimate, that are pushing this gospel in righteousness and sincerity. Alright, so we're going to go into Okay, first of all, the inspiration of this lesson, it comes from Wisdom of Solomon, the 18th chapter, and I'll read that later down the line. Basically, we're just going to these armed militias that are coming out here because you have a lot of our people, Israelites, you're trying to deliver themselves on this side, trying to get on that carnal level. And I'll also show this video that the elder Manatazakba did recently. I can't play the video, slack about that because goddamn iPhone, anytime you play a video, the audio just completely cuts off and you won't be able to hear anything I say. Okay, so I'm just going to just show the video on the screen. If you want to watch the video, it's a great video, even though it's a few days old, but it's still a great video. You should go into that, you should watch it, get edified. So anyway, we're just going to go into these armed militia type Israelites. I think that they can say themselves on this side. First of all, go into the book of Deuteronomy. That is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, the last verse. That should be the 68th verse. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Alright? And that word buy goes back to the Hebrew word qana, which means to redeem, meaning that no man will be able to redeem us or will be able to save us from this current Egyptian captivity. So all these Israelites, like NFAs, NFAC, or any other armed militia Israelite groups that are talking about how you should pick up a sword, that you should deliver yourself, protect yourself with a gun. Of course, if there are brothers out there that just happen to have a firearm or a weapon, that's perfectly okay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go and get weapons or anything like that. But what I'm telling you is that your sword that you have in your hand, those weapons will not be able to deliver you, will not protect you in the day of evil. Only the Most High, Yahweh can do that for you. Alright, and only He will be able to deliver us on this side. So when Enfar comes out and says that they want to carve out a piece of land in Babylon for themselves, a place where our people can basically go and prosper or anything like that, that's not going to happen. Because as this precept says, no man shall buy you. In other words, nobody shall redeem you. So simply put, there is no way to free yourself or other Israelites from Esau's hand. And anybody that comes up to you talking about they are the Messiah, or the God-sent comforter, or the Hamashiach, well, the only thing I can do is just read the precept that is in the book of John chapter 14. Let me go to that. 14 verse 6, I believe. John chapter 14 verse 6, and it reads, and Yahweh saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Alright, so all these people that are telling you that they can deliver you, they are basically telling you that they are the Hamashiach, they are the Messiah, they are the deliverer, they're the one that will save us. They are the same as they are basically saying they are Yahweh. And that goes into the book of Matthew chapter 24, where it talks about many shall come in my name and deceive many. Alright, so if you become sifted and if you become deceived and you fall for those two and you fall for that, so the only thing I say is that we'll see you on the other side. Alright, and anyway, that's why we tell you that's why we always harp on waiting for Yahweh for deliverance. I know some Israelite camps call that cowardly and talk about how we shouldn't do that, even though the scriptures clearly tell you that that vengeance is for Yahweh, that it is Yahweh that will deliver us, that He wants that glory for Himself. As just said that the Most High will not share His glory with anybody else. When we're going on and the scriptures, it often talks about how we should learn from the past. Learn from learn from the things that had happened in the past. Learn from the experiences of the elders. And when I talk about elders, I'm not talking about the ones that are leading us right now. I'm talking about the ones from the scriptures, the prophets of old, the men of old. Like for example, the places in Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 6, where it talks about search the old paths, wherein is the good way, or Job chapter 8 verse 8, or Romans 15 verse 4, just name a few. And when you see that, when you learn, when you think about the past, you think about all the things that happened to the men of old, to the men before Yahushua, during the time of Yahushua, or even or any of those other times. You have to ask the question, when was there any that waited or trusted on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that was disappointed? And we'll go to that in the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 10, and it reads, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Most High, or was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever displease that called upon him?" Right now, let me get the precept that inspired this lesson. That is in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 22, and it reads, "So he overcame the destroyer, not with strength of body, nor force of arms, but with a word subdued him that punished, alleging the oaths and covenants made with the fathers." And that's what we are doing in this time. That's why I always say that us bringing out this word will hurt Esau more than going at him with guns ever can. Because right now we're going back to our knowledge and wisdom of being Israelites, fulfilling prophecy, and most importantly, reminding the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua with promises that he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our fathers, and reminding him of all the promises that he made to our people, and he's bringing them and fulfilling them in this time. Alright, so we have to do is just be patient a little bit longer. That's why the scriptures one about that, losing patience. Woe unto him that has lost patience. Right, so let me see whether I can get that. Woe unto him that has lost patience. I know that word patience, it goes back to the meaning of the word to suffer. It's even in the same book of Ecclesiastes. It's even in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2 that I read before. Alright, so it reads Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 14. "Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when Yahweh shall visit you?" Alright, so will we trust in arms, in an army? Will we trust in weapons, the sword? Will we trust in a fleet of war machines? Well, in the book of Psalms 20 verse 7, it tells you exactly what you should you should put your trust in. And if you ask any brother, any righteous, sincere brother, any of the Achiam, even the Aquathiam, they will tell you that what we put our trust in is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Alright, so this is Psalms 20 verse 7. "Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of Yahweh our power," because the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is more powerful than any weapon that Esau could ever create. Case in point, look at the whole world today. Do you think that Esau has a weapon in his hand that can cause as much chaos worldwide as just declaring the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua towards the folk of the earth has done currently? Alright, do you think that Esau has anything that can do this, that can bring as much death and destruction as the men of the Lord prophesying on the streets has done? That's why the scriptures, I believe that is in the book of Revelation chapter 15, that speaks about the two witnesses. How during how all the miracles and all the signs that are being done during the time of their prophecy, and these are the things that you are seeing in this time. That precept is being fulfilled right before your eyes. Alright, so our trust is in the word of the Most High, the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, who is the word, and we all know who the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is. Alright, so I'm just going to end it there. This was just a quick lesson, from that, with inspired from that precept in the book of Wisdom of Solomon 18 verse 22. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushua Bahasham Rachak Wadash Wa Abad Babal Shalom.